I wonder what's going to be next though. Like I want to know who's
like. How do you follow this up?
Yeah, how do you follow this up? I mean, I know.
If you notice how they've been doing, it's been popping down. So.
Kind of up and down. Yeah, and I think Swizz and Tim have been really careful with like who they're selecting. You know what I mean? And I also think they're letting the fans decide too, because think about when Bow Wow and Soulja Boy's Verzuz was coming out. Like at first it was just rumored, you know what I mean? But then they kept hyping it up, and people actually wanted it, and then it was like, okay, we're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know they just recently were doing this with Nori and BD Single, and it's not really giving that same energy. You know what I mean? People fuck with Nori and people fuck with Bean, but their music, like to see them go 20 rounds against each other, I don't know.
People not gonna stay tuned in.
Yeah, not for 20 for both. Like
I don't even think we know 20 songs of each of them for real.
And they're both legends, but it's just like, you know what I mean? They're like underground. They're like deep cut records. You know what I mean? So it may not work on a versus scale. If they're trying to scale up and keep going up with numbers and stuff like that, it's just business. So
who do y'all want to see on Verzuz?
You know the verses I really want to see, and I know some niggas might say like you crazy. I want to see a Wale versus Big Sean. I think that would be super dope.
I would love to hear all that music.
Yeah, I think
would want it to end.
Yeah, I think that show is gonna be such a sleep, like because they both got so many hits. I'm on Wale's side, but I still fuck with Sean. Like, it's gonna be really good.
Sean. Like, I like Wale because he's from the DMV, and I really do love his music. But Big Sean music, you know, I love that motivating ass music. Like
they both
that
gotta
shit.
go. Ambition. No,
Ambition is
Yeah, I think when you hear Wale is one of those niggas, like he just reminds you. Like when you hear some of these old records, like, oh shit, I forgot about this. Oh, like I said, every single time I go to see his concert, I get reminded. And Big Sean is also another one of those people who people forget and sleep on as well too.
Yeah, I think that one would benefit Wale big time.
Oh yeah,
because a lot of people that don't pay attention are gonna listen and be like, "Oh shit, I didn't know he was this good."
Mm-hmm. Right? You're like, damn, he can keep going.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, Wale got 20 records? Yeah, y'all been
he
sleeping.
Definitely did.
Yeah,
y'all been sleeping.
Wale got a solid 20.
His discography is
solid
crazy.
20. Yeah. And Big Sean has a solid 22, so I would love to see that.
And their features that they could have, like their little surprise features, ooh, they will be sneaky.
Oh yeah,
that was a good pick. That's a good versus pick.
Imagine Rick Ross and Meek Mill coming out to support Wale and Kanye and Pusha to come out to support Sean. Bruh, that shit will be lit.
Oh well, then Wale
I don't think they
win.
can afford that versus. Can they? That
I don't know.
Crazy. That's a
I
lot
don't
going
know.
on.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest. Ross and Meek, I can see them coming out just for the love to support Wale.
Yeah.
I don't see the same for Pusha and Kanye though.
Pusha, I will see. I can see Pusha for sure.
Yeah, but I'm lumping them both together.
Well, depending on the time, and Kanye is rolling out right now. You know what I mean?
That's
so
true too.
Kanye will pop out for.
And Big Sean has a lot of respect too, so I think that Kanye will be able to put aside that off of the strength of who Big Sean is
and what he's done for the label.
Yeah, because Verzuz is a celebration for both artists.
Exactly.
And it makes both of their music pop afterwards as well too. Like if you notice, every single artist has been on Verzuz. Right after that, their music sells and charts and does better. So it will make sense for anybody that's involved with those artists to be a part of it.
Damn, I don't think I can come up with a better one than that.
That's a good
just off the top of my head.
Yeah. What about you, Jamila? Anything?
No.
I want to know who will go against Drake.
It has to be Kanye.
I still want that.
It's Drake and Kanye.
I want a better fight.
Because who else is even on that level? Like, who else is even on that level?
I know.
Maybe Jay-Z, but like that's it. Like it's Drake versus Jay-Z would be dope, but we'll never see it.
To me, it doesn't make sense to even try to play it back in my head. Like,
because two different generations that own
way
their time,
too different generations.
I don't think that's the reason why. I think they're too big for verses.
Yeah.
I think they've surpassed any show for now. Maybe later when they're both older or something.
But you say show now, to me, I look at this as the culture. Like
this is the culture. This is a celebration of the culture.
This is the new 106 in Park. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just.
But I do feel also at the same time, like I do feel like Drake feels like he's kind of above this kind of stuff. The same reason why Drake doesn't go to other people's festivals, I make my own festival. You know what I mean?
Although he went to Tyler.
He fucked with Tyler. Tyler gave him a meal, so he choked up. But
and he only did a third of his set.
Right. He was just like, okay, y'all don't fuck with me. Y'all want Frank Ocean? Bye. Anyway, I would like to see that. But Drake, recently, I think he kind of did a a slide shot to Verzuz because him and Swizz Beatz are not really cool right now.
Oh, okay.
They have some beef right now, so they're not really cool because Swizz got drunk and went on live with Busta Rhymes and got salty about Drake not finishing a record for him or something.
Bro, you got fancy. What you need another record for?
But if you start something, you should finish it. Like,
but for an artist though,
he shouldn't be on there crying live. But the fact is, he's entitled to his feelings. Shut the fuck up. It don't matter.
You know how many records Swizz ain't finished for niggas?
Yeah, and even Busta Rhymes was just like it wasn't even all the way Drake's fault anyway. So it was
I believe that. I'm just saying, but he's still entitled to his feelings.
Yeah, just direct him in the right direction.
Just how that man felt about the shit.
Direct him in the right direction.
Yeah, but it was distasteful. It was uncalled for somebody like Swizz Beatz to
even play with the best artists out here. But okay, I mean, I agree with you guys. I'm just saying, but the man's feelings still valid.
Okay, yeah. Look, I'm big on men being able to have their feelings. So
and then.
But you was at work. Stop crying about some shit.
I think Swizz and Drake will be able to eventually work it out because Swizz did mention recently on the Drink Chance podcast with Nori. He said that that with that whole situation that went on, he said I'm not going to talk about that situation until I talk to him face to face. He said we're going to chop it up man to man, work that out before we.
Some people be thinking they be on that level to even talk to people though. If they keep
I was about to say, we'll see when he gets on the calendar.
Like, you can talk to Chubbs.
We'll see when he makes the calendar.
He might not get ass back. Like fuck you, man. Like what? You might stop. I don't know.
Hey,
I'm just saying, make it make sense.
You're gonna have to have Alicia call.
And that call might not go how you wanted to go. The fuck?
Oh my god, it's fine. Anyway, fire out with the DJ.
And Karma's a bitch. We know how how Alicia got you.
Oh, we going there with it?
I'm just saying.
Oh my god, how did we get here?
My great grandma did tell me. She said, "How you get them is how you lose them."
Yeah, but she was the whore though. She was the home wrecking whore.
Hey, how you get them?
I've been beefing with her ever since, and the baby mama and everything got cool and stuff like that. They be taking vacations and doing shit. I'm like,
that's
bitch,
crazy.
I was mad at Alicia for a decade, bitch, and you gonna be out here with this bitch?
That's crazy. That's like I was beefing with Meek just because Drake was. I deleted all his music off my phone. As soon as they came back up on stage, I was like, yes, I can listen to Meek again.
We're going bad on him.
I can listen to Meek again, yes.
Oh my god. And then another thing too, Drake did actually recently put out a little side shot to Verzuz. He was like, before there was a Verzuz, me and Wayne did Verzuz, which is true.
That's true.
The Drake versus Lil Wayne.
It was a whole
concert.
tour.
There was a whole tour that they did, Drake versus Lil Wayne, and they'll have the audience decide who wins at the end of the night when they go back and forth. And he did. So yeah, that's that on that.
But you're not doing verses. I don't know why people be always trying to like spin shit. Chill, Mo. Like you and Chad was doing it too. Like everybody's done it. Like shout out Drake. And I love you, Drake. Chill.
But this was like 2009.
Right, I know. You know that he was like, oh man, you remember when motherfucking Drake and Wayne was doing them concerts? We need to do that shit. That's not what the fuck happened.
Possibly.
I know you. Is that what you was thinking?
What happened? What just happened?
I was saying that I'm pretty sure Swizz Beatz and Timbaland and I said, man, you remember back when fucking Drake and Wayne was doing the Versus concerts? We need to do the show.
No,
that's not what happened. That's not what you was thinking when you and Chad did it.
It's possible.
It wasn't.
That was part of the conversation.
It wasn't.
No.
It's possible.
It wasn't. I'm sorry. It was never Chad and Imani's.
Yeah, but Swizz was probably at the tour when Drake and Wayne did it.
I think it started off as just they needed to figure out how to entertain people from home, and they started seeing how these DJs were doing records like DJ D Nice was like getting all these people to come in and listen to this stuff on Instagram. And it's just like, yo, like what if we have this person? It started off like really
Listening
really
parties
small.
on live.
Yeah, and then it just eventually grew.
Drake's crazy. Shout out to Drake.
Anyway, Certified Lover Boy coming soon, maybe.
That shit coming in 2029.
This is long.
Top hill, top hill, top hill.